The blowhard felon president of the United States of America laid an egg in the form of a grenade on the global economies and then packed his toys up and went to go play golf with human rights violators and sports washing Saudi Arabia. Here's a picture of Trump out of drag at Mar-a-Lago. The Lincoln Project says this asshole raised prices and ruined your retirement savings, and now he's out golfing for the rest of the weekend. And if there has ever been a strong case for drag, that image right there shows you the power of drag. And even when he's in drag, it doesn't even begin to touch the artistry and the fabulousness of all of the drag queens globally. But I mean, he looks like hammered dog shit. He looks like what he did to the global economy. He is a disgrace, an embarrassment, a con man, and shame on every single American that voted for this lying sack of shit con man that you couldn't see it, or that your racism prevented you from seeing it.
Or that you didn't take the time to check, find out what you were voting for. I look at that fat ass and I think every time you go play golf, it's millions and millions of dollars of American taxpayer money. And we've got Elon Musk, the Department of Government Efficiency. I'll tell you what's efficient. Don't get your fat ass out to play golf with the Saudis on a weekend. I mean, he's played more golf than I've ever seen in my life.
And see, I'm not one of these that cares about that so much. They always do that when Obama was president or when Biden was president. Biden's in Delaware on the beach. You know what? You want to take the weekend off? Fine. But there are certain things that presidents have to do. And he was supposed to be receiving the remains of soldiers fallen in abroad in Lithuania. And he doesn't do it because he doesn't care. Next up, let me tell you how this man spends his evenings. Put this headline up. A sobering reality for Trump as he rages at night to friends about negative press. And so, Kylie, please play it. This is MAGA men. This is what he does. He decided he wanted to run for president of the United States. And then when he gets to the position that he wants, he whines and cries like a whiny little bitch. I have never seen a bigger little bitch than Donald Trump and Elon Musk and the right-wing media. They are perpetual victims in sustained martyrdom. It is and insane. I mean, you're president of the United States. You screwed everything up in 70-something days. And you want to call your friends and gossip and play victim in the middle of the night? Put on your big boy britches over your diaper and take some accountability for the shit you've done. But everything has to come easy to this guy or he just comes apart at the seams.
Isn't it so interesting that the president of the United States, who has so much power that he's wrecking the entire global economy, NATO, the whole nine, he's crying about negative press? What about worrying about how this is going to affect farmers and laborers? No, he's crying about what the press are saying about him. What a titty baby.
Yeah, this man doesn't care about human beings. He doesn't even care about humanity. He cares about his ego because he's so broken, like an incredibly broken person. And he attracted other broken people that have a fundamental problem with facts. They have a very difficult time processing facts. And then they decide, let's make up our own facts. And it's just insane. And I just think we would be best off if Congress would act. I know they won't, but this is my pipe dream. Just tell him and all of his whack job cabinet people, we're going to give you Florida. It's going to be your own country. Mar-a-Lago is going to be like your White House. And just let them all run Florida into the ground, move the entire operation of Mar-a-Lago, and then we'll be 49 states. Let's just do that because this is an absolute failure. All right, next up, you guys, Scott Bessent already wants to quit his job. Per MSNBC, Trump's Treasury Secretary is looking for an exit door after 2 months on the job. And so let me give you a little history of this man. He used to work for Soros. He knows the market.
Right.
He spent his whole decades, his whole adult life in the market. This is what happens sometimes, I think, with really wealthy people. They let their wealth fool them into believing that they're geniuses and that they know more than experts and expertise and history in their fields. And he talked himself into all this tariff stuff with all these other whack jobs. And it is a stage 5 disaster. Kramer on CNBC is saying that he thinks this is going to be a crash, that what we've seen so far is just the appetizer. The entree and the dessert are coming, and the Dow, the S&P are in the shitter. And this guy knows, oh shit, this sounded fun on paper. It was fun workshopping this. And now hellfire is being rained down on the global economies. And this guy knows better. So what is he going to do? Pack his toys up and run away.
It's just coward after coward after coward. Why weren't you the one fighting against these tariffs? Because I've seen him all over the news, just lips suction cupped to Trump's tariffs idea. So now, because it's a terrible idea and he wouldn't listen to experts, he's going to run away because he's a coward. They're all such cowards.
And the level of hubris and delusion of grandeur in which they operate, enabled by this myth that rich people are smart and rich people know better. And it is just such bullshit. There are genuine experts that have done the grit, done the hard work, studied and grinded for decades. And you could get a whole group of them together if you're president of the United States. You could get the best economists this world has to offer, and you could get them all in a room and roundtable and workshop and scramble jets and figure out, is this the right thing to do? And you could get really good advice. But instead, these guys are like, we're 10 foot tall and bulletproof. We're going to fuck shit up. And then we're going to be the heroes. And you're listening to Elon Musk, ketamine, dork fest. The biggest dork I've ever seen in my life. This guy, and they're all billionaires. They have no idea what groceries are. They have no idea that genuine people are reliant upon their Social Security, what little amounts they get, $1,500, $1,600. And if that is taken away from them, they are in a world of hurt, losing their home, losing shelter. And this is how we're treating the people that helped build this country. This is the moral calling to vote for Trump if you're a Christian, to then just fuck over all these people that are your fellow citizens. It's just abhorrent. Next up, I want to show you an interesting chart on billionaires. One of these men did not attend the inauguration. So we have Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, all down. They've all lost billions of dollars. They all kissed the ring. They all immediately went and kissed Trump's ass, particularly Jeff Bezos, spiked the football, and he wouldn't let his Washington Post endorse Kamala Harris. Elon Musk, you've all seen what a shit show disaster that's been. Mark Zuckerberg going on Rogan talking about being neutered, which I cannot believe that anybody would ever say such a thing, especially when he's a billionaire. It's just so stupid. Warren Buffett, however, this man has always spoken out about how wrong it is that he has the amount of money that he has, and that he hates it that the middle class is shrinking. He saw the writing on the wall. He got out of the stock market, and his net worth is up $23.4 billion because he played the long game. We warned you on this podcast and on this newscast that these billionaires were being very short-sighted, that they were kissing the ring and they weren't playing the tape through. Target, short-sighted. All of these companies, incredibly short-sighted because they just are impulsive, because they don't have conviction. When you have conviction, you stand for what you believe in, and it doesn't change. Ever, no matter who you're talking to, no matter what you're doing in your life, you always live with that conviction. The reason Trump won is because so many people pretend to have conviction. They pretend to be these big tough guys. They pretend to have principle, but they don't, as evidenced by our billionaire chart.
That billionaire chart makes me so very happy. I would like to see Elon Musk's continue to go down. And I would also like to see Jeff Bezos continuing to go down. Like, I'm not only mad at him for all the stuff that he's done about going to the inauguration, but the Melania documentary is just repulsive. The Washington Post, repulsive. These men, beware of the nerds because they will come back and bite you in the ass. They have never been popular, and now they've done we're going to be so popular because we like Donald Trump, and here we are. Good for them. I'm glad they're losing money.
And all three of them lie and tell you that they are for free speech. And that is the biggest myth. And that is the biggest lie. Jeff Bezos and what he has done at the Washington Post is very fascist. And it's very antithetical to democratic ideals and to free speech. The same with Zuckerberg, what he's done with Facebook, what he's done with Meta. And of course, Elon Musk, free speech absolutist only if it's lies that he's somehow a great guy. Otherwise, he's gaming the algorithm. These guys cherry pick what they want to believe in, when they want to believe it, and don't give a shit about the people that they live around. All right, next up, we have the dumbest tweet of 2024. Trump tweeted, "If Kamala wins, you are 3 days away from the start of a 1929-style economic depression. If I win, you are 3 days away from the best jobs, the biggest paychecks, and the brightest economic future the world has ever seen." I wonder, you guys, did people actually believe him? They did.
They absolutely did. And you hear, in the very beginning when the farmers start, well, we didn't think he'd really do it. He's really going to do all of it because he doesn't care.
All right, lastly, another day, another MAGA sexual predator put this up. We have UK police charged disgraced comedian and actor turned MAGA personality Russell Brand with 5 counts of rape and sexual assault. And in the image up in this tweet, of course, he has a red Trump hat that says "Make Jesus First Again." And this reminds me of growing up as a little girl in a secular home in Oklahoma City, and my mother telling me the bigger, the more outspoken the Christian, the more fucked up they are. But of course, my mother didn't use the word fuck. All right, please subscribe to our channel. And we're trying to get to 1 million. Come on, guys, we can do it. Boost our show. We're really making a lot of good headway in that, and we'll see you all later.